Well, it's been a while. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's head to KCOB. Here we are, Rickard. The COS.io corporate office building. Looks like most of the businesses on this block are part of the same corporate coalition under COS.io corporate. Is that important? Well, perhaps. At the very least, it means it's unlikely they're the ones interfering with Augmented Eye's articles. Not impossible, but unlikely. How so? Generally, the companies in a coalition don't have a whole lot of overlap. Augmented Eye is a news app focused on local tech and culture stories with emphasis on hybrid and cybernetic rights issues. None of the other companies in the coalition cover news, so they aren't related at all, which is very standard practice for these groups. They have nothing to gain by inviting companies with whom they compete, and thus none of them would benefit by trying to undermine Augmented Eye's credibility as a news source. Makes sense. Maybe another news outlet? Yes, another news organization would be the most likely culprit here. Oh, let's head inside. MeshNet says Augmented Eye's SF office is run by an individual named Zin, and Tomcat confirms she's expecting us. Let's make sure to keep your other news outlet theory in mind, and we can follow up on it afterwards. All we have to do now is head up and talk to her. No shenanigans this time. Oh, you're cute. Hi, Zen. Oh no, what are you? IK-47? Let's talk. The IK-47 aren't known for being verbose. Better leave it. Okay. Well, where are my headphones? I'm upset. Hi, Zen. Oh, hello. Welcome to Augmented Eye. You must be the journalist my network admin said would be showing up. Have a seat. Would you like a drink? Oh. Tomcat's the network admin. Interesting. Water would be nice. My assistant will bring it right away. Okay. Look, I'll start off by saying I'm a little uncomfortable about bringing in another journalist to look into this. Whatever you dig up, I'll have to explain to the rest of the press, and it's still better than the other option. Chances are I have another corporation scooping out my territory. If they aren't in the coalition, they'll be expecting a corporate spy, not a news hound. If they are in the coalition, it won't look good for me to send in my own reporters against my allies. Even if I do end up being right. So I'm damned either way. I'd rather it be by the media. Our kind are considerably less nasty than other CEOs. Now, what do you want to know about our problem here? Someone's tampering with your articles on the mesh? That's long and short of it. My network admin is pulling the hair out over it. I'm not going to pretend I understand everything they say, but from what I understand, the changes to our articles aren't being made from inside our network. Versions of our servers are still the originals, but at some point after they hit the mesh, they get changed. Hoping that you can do some digging and maybe hit up your contacts and get a lead on what might be good. Get a lead on who might be doing it. Even if I have to get answers from the nightly news, it will be a big help. What kind of changes are being made? Mostly little things. Word choice, tone of the writing, things that make a writer appear more or less extreme on a topic. So far, almost all of the edits seem to be making articles more positive on new technologies coming out and more critical of organizations like the Human Revolution that are anti-tech. It's actually what tipped us off. A harsh criticism one of my writers made about the HR protests was changed to be downright vitriolic, and I had a hell of a time putting out the fires. My writers and readers aren't exactly fans of them, but I'd rather not pick fights with the HR if I don't have to. Why are you so sure it isn't an inside job? Do you have an idea where I should start looking? Not really. My admin says only someone with intimate access to Parallax's network protocols could make these kinds of changes as something passes across the net. Personally think it's a clever hacker rather than someone inside Parallax itself. The company's strangling grip on mesh network provisions is primarily due to public's absolute trust in them as one of the good guys. It's trivially easy to set up ROMs to use different OS than LIPS or a different meshnet protocol without that trust. I could be wrong. You're the hungry news hound. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Why are you so sure it is an inside job? I guess I'm not, but my network admin assures me it's all coming from somewhere else. They told me they tore out all the routers that broadcast to the mesh and replaced them with fresh ones. All kinds of tricks involving IP addresses and DNS changes that I'm not going to claim I understand. I pay them the big bucks, so I'm inclined to believe them unless you dig something up that tells me otherwise. Okay, that's a start. I know it isn't a whole lot to go on, but if I had all the answers, you wouldn't be staying in my office. Anything else you want to ask, with the understanding that I'm not going to give you anything and I think you can use against me? Do you think of any reason why you're being targeted? Like what? There isn't much more I can tell you about Augmented Eye, really. It's a fairly simple and straightforward operation, if I say so myself. We started off in Venezuela as a sleek current events and news organization in 2055, almost 10 years ago now. We focus on a more in-depth reporting of on-the-street happenings on top of major news. We're one of the few good ones left. Once folks in other cities saw the type of reporting we do, they all clamored for it. They invested in the right places, and it paid off. Cos.io is happy to have us here in NeoSF. It wasn't until the hybrid tech started hitting the public sphere that we had to make any changes to our model. All that said, I can't see why anyone would target us unless they were just trying to embroil us in the mudslinging match with the human revolution, and there are more direct ways of making that happen. Anyone notice? And know if anyone else has... Know if anyone else has had any articles... Know if anyone else has had articles being manipulated. That's a weird sentence. Alright, look, I wasn't going to tell you this. If it gets sad, I'll have to answer some really hard questions. So, off the record. You might want to go check out TMI Entertainment and Charlie Nova. That's all I'll say. You can't blame me for not wanting to be connected to sending you up to your sometimes competitor. It's a real reason you're bringing in outside help, Your own journal should be able to handle digging up some dirt on a hacker. What, not wanting to answer prying questions from my coalition board isn't a good enough reason? Because I'd really like to avoid that. And look, you've covered culture wars, you know? And journalists are good, but they're mostly good at digging up leads on new gadgets and implants, making sure they don't stack too many stims, remembering what they did at raves for the after-party report. They're not experienced enough at real investigative journalism. They don't have the right contacts. The fact that my network admin recommended you to me means you probably do know the right people. Is that enough ego polishing for you, or should I go on? That's it for now. I'll get back to you if I have more questions. No, don't bother. In hindsight, I probably should have been a bit more circumspect about speaking to you. Plausible deniability and all that. I won't ask you to lie in anything you write, but do remember you got in contact with me not even second-hand, but third-hand. I certainly didn't sick you on anyone. Wink wink, nudge nudge, or whatever. If you need anything else, have your person get my person. Don't come directly here. Now, I'd show you the door, but you know the way, and this isn't the only fire I'm trying to put out. Good luck and goodbye. Alright, alright. Well, that was more confrontational than I'd have expected, considering she was the one needing help. She never really brought you that water, either. Is it always like this recurring? She knows the game. We didn't walk away with nothing. Very true. I will admit that I am interested in the possibility of a link back to Parallax. If all of this really is due to someone manipulating the mesh net on the inside, it may give us the leverage we need to find out what happened to Hayden once and for all. That said, I will take care not to get my hopes up. We should make no assumptions when investigating, lest we lead ourselves down a false path. Anyway, seems like our next stop is something. Oh shit! Well, what the? That's Zin. Okay. What the hell happened? Dunce. She was defenestrated. Recurring. Emergency services are already on the way. They can offer her help that we cannot. We should head back to our office and see if we can determine what happened here. Perhaps we can still dispense justice. Okay. Looks like the desk has been cleared off. Let's take a look around. Be careful not to disturb any evidence. Police will be here soon. The audio receptors of this one are more visibly damaged parts. Unit lies still. Looks like it was destroyed mid-data appraisal. Her personal computer is not password protected at the moment. Give me a moment to look through her files. Let's keep her fingerprints off the keyboard. Most of this is not very interesting. Committee reports, financials, article submissions. Oh, here we go. According to this email between Zin and her network admin, her lead at TMI Entertainment is a little more solid than she led us to believe. The admin ran a web crawler looking for changes in writing styles. Some blog posts by their head anchor, Charlie Novo, stood out like a sore thumb. Apparently he's a bit pompous, if in an affable way, and his blog usually just details his day-to-day life. But ever since Human Revolution has been in town, he's been smearing them with more venom than you'd expect considering how neutral his on-air reporting has been. Zin seems to think he was just complaining about the protesters following up traffic, and whoever is manipulating these posts spun it to make him look critical of the movement as a whole. Just like the Augmented Eye journalist. This Charlie fellow is one we need to talk to. So he looked at us, because it is... My thermal sensors only indicate a single set of lingering footprints, and they end almost 3 feet away from the window. Considering the density of the glass, I can't imagine Sim jumped from that far and managed to throw herself through the pane without help. But who could have done it? I don't see any obvious marks on the floor or any other thermal hotspots, saying no one else was in here. It doesn't look like it. We should go, Recurring. There isn't anything else here, and the police are almost on scene. We can't afford to be slow due to honesty. Son of a... I should have figured the two of you would be here. You just wouldn't stay out of trouble no matter what I say, will you, Recurring? This is a total misunderstanding. I assure you, Detective Rivers, we are merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. We had an appointment with Zin to discuss a possible lead and found her office in a state of disrepair. Of course you did. Damn it. Fine, fine. Get the hell out of here before anyone else shows up. But mark my words, the two of you will be answering my questions when I'm not scraping people off the pavement, you hear me? Certainly, Detective Rivers. Look forward to a report of what we know immediately. We can speak further at a later time. Yeah, whatever. Get moving. Well. Dots. Why'd you lie to Lexi? We could have told her about the articles. I do not need you to interfere upon my motives or highlight my duplicity. Turing. Detective Rivers is every bit of information that Zin gave us on that computer. Our investigation will not be hampered by our absence, whereas others is halted. If we stuck giving answers she can just as well get from a hard drive. Literally. Has it occurred to you that whoever threw Zin out of the window could be after the same thing you are? Expect to silence the story rather than get it out. We have little time for fooling about and must get to Charlie Nova before something happens to him too. Now, unless you have further recommendations to level at me, we must not squander the time my dishonesty bought us. I've highlighted the main Neo-SF offices for TMI Entertainment on your map. Let's go. Damn, Turing, calm the fuck down. Like, shit. Hope some pity for me still remains considering my recent tone, because I'm honestly not sure where we should start, Recurring. I suppose we should just ask receptionists to point us to somebody who can answer our questions. What do you know about Charlie? Honestly, you do have your own mesh access, yes? Okay, but you're... I'm quite certain you can handle all the casual searches you might feel like making. We hardly have time for me to blather about every bit of exposition you desire when you could just look it up on your own. You know what? I'm kinda mad. Quite. Okay, well, whatever. Hey. Oh no, you're so adorable. I thought that was bows in your hair, not your adorable ears. Welcome to TMI Entertainment Incorporated. Do you have an appointment? No. I have a story about a break and want to offer TMI an opportunity to comment. Oh, I guess just send you to sympathy then. Should be pretty mad if someone ran someone ran something without her getting a chance to comment. Go ahead and talk to her. She's on the other side of the room. Don't bother the talent, though. She hates that. Newsroom employee. I like your glasses. I want to say hi. Hey. What are you doing bothering my people? Get over here. Thought I told Nina to cancel all my appointments for the day. I swear that girl can't find her ears with both hands, even if she does make a damn good cup of coffee. You would think at ears like hers she would have such selective hearing. Are you Sympathy? Nina said we should speak to you. Yes, of course I'm Sympathy. Who do you think keeps the clocks running around here? So, what the hell are you doing in my building? We've been given a lead on a story that involves one of your employees, Charlie Nova. You might not have noticed, but someone has been manipulating posts that have been going onto the net to make sure they're more extreme against human revolution, including articles posted by Mr. Nova. We're trying to track down the culprit. We need to talk to Mr. Nova to hunt down the further leads. You let your ROM do all the talking for you? Must be one of those new interrogation modules all the fresh meat are raving about. Look, of course I know somebody's been modifying Charlie's articles. I'm in the midst of tracking them down myself. What I want to know is why I should help you snatch the scoop out from underneath me. Super hacker twist meshnet news. Personal political vendetta. Clicks basically farm themselves. Say that to Zen. Zen? Augmented Eyes Zen? What does Zen have to do with this? She's the one who gave us the lead to begin with. And someone threw her out of her office window. We figured Mr. Nova might be next, and we wanted to get to him before they did. Holy shit. Fine, I'll let you talk to Charlie. If someone is trying to kill people over this, I'd rather it be out and done with as fast as possible, even if I lose the scoop. We're an entertainment scene, and I'm not willing to have any of my people die for this story. But that doesn't mean you get to stomp all over Charlie to get what you want. He's a pompous clown, but he's my pompous clown. Keep it civil or I'll throw your ass out of here and figure this out on my own. Now, get on it. I need to make some calls. Oh god, hi. Fantastic, fantastic. I just love your ROM. Not quite as stunning as mine, but still pretty grand. Very sleek, very clean. Bravo. Oh, Sympathy is doing that thing where she waves at me to hurry things up. Right, down to brass tacks then, I suppose. Wait, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Charlie Nova, host of Tonight in the Stars and Star in the Stratosphere. But you already knew that, I'm sure. No, I didn't. What can I do for you? Tell me about yourself. Oh, you flatter me, yes you do. I can't imagine you've come all this way just to get my story, have you? After all, I've already published my very own splendid autobiography, like a Nova. But I suppose I can give you a quick rundown, even if Sympathy is giving me the stink eye. I grew up here, on the mean streets of Neo-SF, but my jocular nature and striking countenance got me scouted for a few small product advertisements. And the rest is history. Now I'm the host of the largest celebrity news show on the Meshnet, and I couldn't be happier. It's all thanks to my fans, though. They're the ones who count. Tell me about TMI. Yes, any additional information on your station would be greatly appreciated. Well, I can tell you that it's the best damn network on the planet. I confirm that 100% absolutely. We put out top-notch news and entertainment, but with real heart that our competitors just can't match. But if you really want to know about TMI, you need to know about Sympathy. It's her pride and joy, after all. Sure, she can be a little bit acerbic, and sure, she calls me a poofy-haired oaf all the time, but you can tell she really cares, you know, deep down. I'm not sure if that throat-cutting gesture she's making is signal to move to another topic or a threat against my physical well-being. So, let's move on. What next? Heard Shina's stories get altered. That may have come up in the last lunch meeting we had, but Sympathy assured me that it was some kind of technical glitch or our support people were on top of it. And they're top-notch, the absolute best money can buy. So I don't think there's anything more to say on the subject. You're telling me you don't know anything at all? I'm not quite sure what you're insinuating, but I don't think I like it. I'm a pillar of this community. I care deeply about our reporters getting to the viewer the way they're intended. I assure you that Sympathy is on top of the situation, and with that, I'll have to bid you good day. Alright, that's enough. Charlie has a show to get ready for, and I can't have you wasting any more of his time. He's told you everything he's going to. So, get the hell out of here. If you find anything more interesting than what you have, come back and see me again. Directly. Ugh, fine. Oh man, she looks really cheesed off now. Do you know how snippy she can get? I'd better get her coffee ready. Maybe that'll calm her down. We're very sorry if we made your day more difficult. Perhaps I could take the coffee over to Sympathy and we could try to smooth her rumpled feathers. Yeah, sure. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You make her even madder? On second thought, it'll only take a minute. Alright, but she takes it with plenty of milk. Oh no! We have to, right? We have to. Oh no! I finally figured out what to do with the milk. Okay, let's deliver this and make amends. I thought I told you to beat it, or do your ears just not work? You just want to bring you your coffee and make sure there are no hard feelings. Huh, I'm not petty enough to hold a grudge just because you're leaning on Chargy a little harder than I'd have liked. Sometimes I think the product he uses in his hair seeps into his brain. But I've got a business to run and you're mucking it up. Ugh, my stomach is killing me. Maybe those egg rolls I had earlier. I'm heading to the can and you're heading to the street. Hey, Charlie, let's talk. No. Look, Charlie, we're just trying to get to the bottom of this. It's Charlie Nova. And honestly, I'm absolutely love to help you out. Really, I just don't have the information you're looking for. Chuck, I'm sure you're better informed than that, right? You're on top of this heap, yeah? It's Charlie. And of course, I'm the leading man around here. Who has said otherwise? I'm not quite certain what you think it is that I don't know, but I assure you that I know. You won't be able to trip me up that easily. If they have access to the stories, what else can they get on you? Huh, nothing. The tech guys already did an audit of my online presence, and there's no evidence of any attempts of unauthorized access to any of my accounts. That's what they're having a hard time pinning down, is this creep. He isn't actually changing the post from inside my account at all. So there you go, we're already on top of it. Nothing to worry about at all. It's Charlie, damn it. And wait, what? Yeah, someone tried to murder Zen. What on earth? Okay. I'll tell you what I know. I didn't realize how serious this had gotten, but I'm glad to help. Unfortunately, I really only have conjecture to offer you. Trust me, I'd love to lay down some earth-shattering pronouncement and dazzle you with my investigative skills, but all I've got is flimsy threads at best. The thing is, all this stuff with my stories, stuff getting changed, making me look like I don't like the Human Revolution or whatever, it started after I had an upgrade made to my VR uplink hardware. What kind of upgrade? The technically illegal kind. Look, I like to have a good time at a party, right? But something keeps hammering on me for pounding back too much crash and whatnot. Nothing illegal, but she says it makes me look like shit on camera the next day. So I went to this guy I know, good guy, everyone uses him. It's called Nunya. He does great work. After just a simple back alley brain surgery, bing bang boom, I can use an app to make my VR uplink have the same effect on my brain that the stims do without all the nasty physical side effects. Could be a coincidence though. The tech guys can't seem to find anything wrong with my uplink, and they said that the modification checks out. That guy does a lot of work for media people around here, and if a bunch of posts are getting changed, maybe Nunya's the weak link. Anyway, that's it. Pretty flimsy, but I'll have my ROM passes addressed to your ROM, and you can go talk to him. If he'll even see you, that is. Thanks for that. Oh, it was no problem at all. I'm quite happy to assist in any way that I can. Just make sure to source me in the article, alright? Maybe run a rough draft past me and I'll give you some quotes. I'm certain that'll help signal boost the story all the way to the stratosphere. Give it to old Charlie Nova Bump. Anywho, I really have to get back to work. You wouldn't believe how long it takes to put all this together before a show. Let me know how it goes with the murderous hacker thing. Yeah, okay, bud. Hey. Oh, you're so adorable. I'm not supposed to let you back in. Somebody seemed kind of annoyed when she left. Sorry. Okay, bye. Okay, so that's a thing we did. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice night.